Hi, this is Nitin from Tech Caesar. I recorded this video to show you or to discuss that what are different environments Salesforce provide to do a development, right? So because we in the Salesforce world we have a lot of different environment like the production sandbox, developer pro sandbox, full sandbox, or developer edition and whatnot, and then we get overwhelmed at what we need to use at what. Uh, so that's why I created this video to put some light on those different type of environment. And here in this diagram, first one is a production environment. So production environment is a production environment where which is being used for the real application, like your client has a website or the application where the real world customers will come on that website and will use it to purchase something or to place an order. So that's where the production environment is being used to host those type of things. Other than that, once your client has once your client has a production environment, and they need to customize their application via the configuration change or the code change. So it will not be done directly on the production environment. For that we need to use the sandbox environment. And so for that one, your admin will have to log in into the production environment and will have to create one of the four different type of sandboxes which Salesforce provide. And again, based on the license, you will be able to create these four type of sandboxes. So first sandbox is a developer sandbox, which is being used by a developer to do a code change or a configuration change. It contains the production metadata, and then on the top of that, developer will update the metadata or do the necessary code and configuration changes. Right. So second one is a developer pro sandbox, which is being used for the integration testing. It is again the similar to a developer sandbox, which contains the production metadata, but it has a better space and strength. Now, the let's say that we are three developers, we are using a three different developer sandbox, and we will deploy our code on the developer pro sandbox so that QA can do that integration testing to ensure that based on those three stories code change or the configuration change, uh, build is still working well, right? So that's what it is. Other one is a partial copy sandbox, which is again contains the production metadata, but it also contains the production sample data. So it is being used by by the client for the UAT, just to ensure that yes, updated code and configuration is working well with the sample production data. But you cannot pull your production data every day. The interval is 5 days. So after 5 days you can refresh, you can pull more sample data. The last one is a full sandbox. It it contains the production metadata, but it also contains the full production data. So you can use it for your load test, performance test, and a scalability test. But you cannot refresh or pull the production data every day. The interval is 29 days. So once in a month you can pull the production data, and then you can use it for your load test stuff. If you will see this refresh cycle, let me open it quickly. One second. 1 minute. I'm just copying this link. Okay. So uh, it contains your refresh information, that what sandbox can be refreshed at what interval. Along with that, as I said, that you will not get all four type of sandbox with all the editions. So there are the different Salesforce edition, like the professional edition, you will get only the developer sandbox. But if you have an unlimited edition or the performance edition, then you will get all four type of sandboxes. So it depends on what your client has signed with Salesforce, right? And based on that, you need to plan your development strategy. uh, so so coming back to the topic here. Now we have discussed the production sandbox and the different type of sandboxes, but let's say that you want to learn something which is not related to client work, so you will not use your client sandbox for that one. Or you are a student or researcher and want to learn the Salesforce, so for that one you can get the developer edition. If you go to developer.salesforce.com, you can sign up for this one. It's a free of cost, and it contains the production like features, but it has a limited licenses and the space. So you can use this stuff. But let's say that you want to learn something and you do not have a license on the developer edition, then you can create a scratch org from the developer edition box, right? Scratch org is a temporary environment which is for the 30 days, and after that it will be automatically deleted. So let's say that you want to learn the Salesforce OMS, and for that is not available in developer edition, so you need to create a scratch org. You need to deploy the OMS template into the scratch org, and then you can learn it. Once you will learn it, you can use your skill in the client work, and after 30 days it will be that scratch org will be automatically deleted. So these two are for learning point of view. Other two are for partners, like if you are creating an application deploy on App Exchange, then you will use the partner developer edition. So it is being used for the App Exchange app development and managed package publishing. So let's say that you are working for a client like the text vendor Vertex or Avalara, and in that case you will have to build the application and deploy onto the App Exchange, so that end client can use those applications in their website on the in their application, right? So that's why the in that case you will have to use a partner developer edition, and the partner test edition is a special edition where which will be used for your testing point of view, to test your app on all different editions, just to ensure that yes, it is working on well on the unlimited edition as well as on the performance edition and whatnot, right? This is what it is. So if in a nutshell, we have a production environment for the real world applications. Then we have a sandbox for to do our necessary code and configuration changes. And from the learning point of view, we have for the students or the R&D, we have a developer edition and the scratch org. But for to develop the applications to deploy on App Exchange, we have a partner developer edition and partner test editions. So I hope it's now it's very clear that what environment is being used at what time. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated with my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.